Wuzzup time. I'm Larry Seidling. He's Bobby
Wuzzup time again.
We got Tyler behind the camera here, Dave. It's Wuzzup time. Man, that week went by fast, didn't it?
Really?
We're in TV land. We just did last week's paper.
Yeah. I always have to check the old shows to see if I wore the same shirt. Because a week is a long time to remember what you wore. So,
well, Bobby,
I don't want people saying, geez, you only got 2 shirts.
Yeah. Well, you know, yesterday we did Marva interviewed our new intern, which is going to be, folks, I'm telling you, next week you want to turn into Marva's Community Conversation. You're in for a treat. We have this new intern. Her name is Futsun Chotan, and we call her Chocho. She's a graduate of Bridgeport University. She's got a master's. She's working on a master's degree, and she's going to intern for the next 5 months with us. And she's from Bhutan.
Yep.
Just crazy nice.
Which I had to get an explanation from Larry this morning where the heck it was. It's at the bottom of the Himalayas.
It's at the base of the Himalayas, if I've got it correctly. And so anyway, she was real nervous, and Marva and her sat down and had a nice chat, and it was really, really
nice.
Awesome. So folks, you're in for a real treat next week. You turn into Marva. I'm not sure. I should know the time. It's either 7 or 7:30.
Yep.
And just before chamber chat. So
oh, beautiful,
folks. That's gonna be a good time. So hey, Bobby, what is up in the paper here this week? This is
we got
results.
We got some results. We'll talk a little bit about the results. Christopher Hamilton and a Republican from Chelsea won, and Michael Emelin. They'll face
Christopher is a Democrat.
Yeah.
And he's from Whitefield.
Right.
Yeah. Michael Lemlin, he's from Chelsea. He's the Republican.
Yep. So anyway, Larry was a little surprised with the results.
Yeah, it was.
I thought Theron would do better.
Yeah, I did. I really did. I thought it would be a little closer race. I didn't know if he'd win, but But I thought both candidates were stellar, and there you go. And
according to the paper, it was projected that Lydia Kraft would win. She did win.
She did, yes.
Yes, yeah. And so she was very high energy. Campaign.
She was very high energy. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I thought the same thing. I thought all 3 of those candidates were all qualified and would do a good job.
Yeah.
Of course, Wendy had been there before, and I thank them for coming in here and using LCTV to get their message out. And you know, so we got a chance to see. I probably am more educated this year than I've ever been on the candidates running from this area.
Yeah, just by face to face. You know, conversation.
Yeah, it was good stuff. And Bobby? You're in the real estate business.
Tell
us what is going on.
The real estate business.
You can automatically get more money for your house than what you listed it for.
Yeah, people are buying houses now, sight unseen. Of course, the technology now is you can take virtual tours and all that. You don't even have to leave your house and take a tour of a house.
How has that changed the real estate business, Bobby?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, the average Joe can sit at home and see exactly what a realtor is seeing, and before they pull the trigger, so to speak, to either buy or go see the house. So
now, do we have amateur videographers in these real estate offices going to take some of these videos?
Well, there's real estate there's guys that do this. I have one guy that I use for my business, and he does drone work. He's got special lenses that'll rather than taking a section of a room, it'll take a picture of the whole room.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it's changed the business, unbelievable. But as they talked to Jim Drum here in the business, and he said he's never seen anything like it.
Yeah, he's been 35 years, he's been in Maine. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, and now what the problem is we're running out of places for sale. So if you need to sell your house,
inventory is low, isn't it?
If you're thinking about selling your house, this is the time.
No, I'm pretty comfortable in mine. Hey, what's going on Cove side? We got a Cuban chef down there.
Who would have ever thought?
Who would have ever thought in South Bristol? And I'll bet the food, because I like Cuban food.
Yeah.
And people think it's real spicy, and what I've had has not been in it, and it's delicious.
Well,
good luck to Lynette, my friend Lynette.
Yeah, Lynette's they're doing the best they can. Sounds like they got barriers between the tables, and they're only open certain days. And that side deck, if you're looking at the building on the left, they're serving dinner out there now. Of course, the deck off the bar is small. I mean, you can only probably get 4 tables out there, at max.
Yeah.
But good luck. I can't wait to go down there. So
yeah, we'll have to check that out here pretty soon.
Todd Brackett gave a little talk down at the Bremen. I guess he was at the town hall or the library down in Bremen, and talking about just policing, the way policing is today. You know, what's been going on with Black Lives Matter and the force. The force issue is big. You know, show of force. So anyway, some residents got together, and Todd was very accommodating.
Well, I thought one of the key things he said is, I'm just asking people to keep an open mind. You know, I mean, that's really, how many of us have gone into a situation, already preconceived notions. You know,
right.
And if you have that, sometimes it's pretty hard to change. And what's going on in Higgin there, Bobby, huh?
Wow.
That's quite a picture of them, in the Islander out there, the Island Inn.
Well, anyway, the owners of the Island Inn, the Jay Morency and Michael Brassard, what they did was they projected, very devastating numbers. So they did was they sent out a group email to all of their repeat customers who live in Maine and gave them discounts.
Yep.
And so it was smart. So anyway, it's not, it's not.
It's not the best situation, but
it's better than they thought.
Yeah.
So anyway, kudos to them for coming up with that type of plan.
And boy, did the fire department down in Bristol and Damascus have some tough situations.
Well,
the lightning struck down there at down the Poorhouse Farm Road there, and that house. I understand the house is total. The paper doesn't have that, but I was at a meeting late yesterday afternoon, and they've pretty much.
Yeah, Paul Lehman, the chief down there, he said it was really severe conditions. You know, the rain was coming down.
I can't imagine fighting a fire in that torrential downpour.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And actually, Paul, I guess he's okay, but he took a little smoke. He had to go to the hospital.
Did he?
I understand, yeah. The smoke was incredibly thick. I understand that the owner, Doug, and I don't know either one of these people, was working in his garage when the lightning struck, and he went inside to find out what had happened, and there was so much smoke he had to get on his hands and knees and crawl back out of the building. Just crazy. So, and there is, I want people to know, there is a GoFundMe page set up for these folks. Mm-hmm. You can check that out. I think it's on all the Facebook pages, the Wires, Facebook. We have it on.
You don't think about lightning strikes, but over the course of a few years, there's been some serious.
There has been.
Yeah. There has been. Increase in lightning strikes.
And anybody wants to contribute to that, you can go to that GoFundMe page or check out with. Who is handling that? Is Karen Ann handling that at the Y? I think she may. You can call Karen Ann Hager at the Y, and she can help you out.
The other thing going on, we got, of course, that big brouhaha there in Alma.
Oh my goodness, that's blown up even more.
On. Melissa Spinney is, Jeff Spinney's wife, and she's the first selectman. She has to take a leave of absence just because of emotional stress.
Yeah.
So anyway, according to her, she's been. She's been, harassed, beyond belief. So
that's too bad. All over a boat landing.
Yep.
Lincoln County, they saw one new COVID-19 case and one recovery this past week. We did a little thing down there the other day, and folks, we've got some more stuff coming from Lincoln Health here a little later on in the summer. That it's going to be really interesting how somebody goes, what happens when you go to the hospital when you think you have symptoms, and that's going to be a whole show, and we're just putting that together. So that's going to be some interesting stuff. So.
Some pictures. There was quite the flooding going on Tuesday. It really had a lot to do. I want to thank Evan Houck. He gave a nice article here on our station here, LCTV, and talked a little bit about Tyler Davis and Cho and what's going on, and how franchise fees have been going to the towns for many, many years and not going to the station.
Well, some of them have been, and I think the biggest thing that I wanted to get across to that is the towns are entitled to more fees from the cable companies than they've been paid.
Right.
And some of that is just some contract misunderstanding, but hopefully we'll get that straightened out down the road.
And I hope Newcastle can get their election results straightened out. So
what's going on in Newcastle?
Software issue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, Town Clerk Michelle Cameron said by email that the Secretary of State's office was scheduled to fix the software issue. So anyway,
they're just flooding everything. That was quite a rainstorm, Bob.
Yeah, it was.
That was one of the better ones we've had in a long time.
We've got some humane Farmington Dean's List people. We've got people from everywhere: Booth Bay, Damascotta, Dresden, Nova, Waldoboro, Westport Island.
You know any of those people, Bobby? Any of Paige Brown, Simon Spear?
No, but I'd like to know Jerry Edgerly, 97
Yeah,
from
I bet
Woolwich.
she's got some stories to tell.
She's got a Boston Post cane, but all the relatives got Boston Post canes.
Yeah.
Her brother got it.
Everybody in the family.
Yeah.
got one.
So anyway, 6 people are running for 3 seats. It was Wiscasset Board of Selectmen, and boy, that was a tough hit for the jail. The jail was setting up a solar farm project, and they, basically they got the news that the infrastructure wasn't there for them to do that.
Couldn't handle it.
Yeah, couldn't handle what they wanted to do. And
it's funny part because the Wiscasset Planning Board, they're hearing a proposal for community solar panels.
yeah.
Gee, it's kind of ironic, isn't it?
I wonder if they're going to have the infrastructure. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. Waldoboro. What happened in Waldoboro? Jan Minzy?
Jan Minzy and Jan Griesenbach
Yep.
were elected pretty handily, really.
Yep. And how about Ray Perkins?
Yeah.
Ray Perkins, God love him. He was persistent. He didn't give up. He wanted to ban fireworks. I don't think when he started, he actually wanted to totally ban fireworks.
No, I don't think. He just wanted to a window when they should be used.
Yeah, but now they have it's by permission for special events right now, and basically the fireworks are banned in Waldoboro.
Yeah.
Sale, use, everything.
Yeah, the planning board, they approved the new food pantry over there.
Yeah, up on 124 Friendship Street in Waldoboro, there's a place called the Madonic House, and they got new owners of that property, and there's a barn up the back, and I guess...
Yeah, and let me feel you folks at home a little information, a little background here. The Lincoln County Food Initiative that Karen Ann and Jess Bright Up have been working, they have delivered... to Waldoboro, enough food they're feeding 125 families a week over there. But all total in the county, they have distributed over $50,000 worth of food. Kiev has prepared over 17,000 meals. And I think it's something like 30,000 people have been affected in one way or another by this food pantry helping people along. I mean, those numbers are just staggering to me, Bobby.
Right.
I mean, this is all taking place in basically 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, and this is a great move for the Waldoboro food pantry.
And hats off to Julie Kaiser, because she was really involved in making it happen.
They went from a 300 square foot space to 1,000 square foot.
Yep.
So they almost tripled their space.
Yeah.
And
they've been doing a great job over there, helping people, through this tough time.
Waldoboro's got a planning board. They approved their boat and RV storage on Route 1.
Yeah, Matt Moody's going to put a building up over there.
Yeah.
See, they got the school board budget approved. Well, you got to ask yourself, Bobby, when these kids go back to school, if they go back to school, what happens when the first kid gets corona? What happens if somebody gets the virus and somebody's going to get it? Yeah. Does the whole school be quarantined? How do they handle that? I don't know.
Los Angeles is having no school.
No school, yeah. I mean, I'm not advocating no school. I don't know. It's above my pay grade. Well, figure that one out.
What they've done in Nobleboro Central School, they've created Principal Martin Mackey has created a crisis team.
Yeah.
And they're getting together and they're trying to make a plan, because you can't just say, we're on or off. You got to have a plan.
Oh, absolutely.
And
something we're lacking at the federal level.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
but we don't want to go with it. We don't want to go down that path because that road is wide open in a lot of miles in that rascal. JW had a nice little article there about the candidates running good races.
Barnaby Border really let loose on this COVID situation. He wrote a letter here about, the title is "Time to Play Hardball." It's basically it's saying, this is enough's enough. This is not worth fooling with. It's unbelievable. It's, Margot Metrick, she lost in the race with Waldoboro Board of Selectmen. She wrote a nice article, letter about, campaign was good. Nancy Holmes. Nancy Holmes, of course, she's Chip's mother. Nancy Holmes wrote, she's got a big tract of land up there and heading to up toward what we call Cowsher Corner. And she has, over the years, she had to deal with Joey LaFabre, the game warden, who got, his warden of the year last year. And so anyway, she writes a really nice letter how her interactions with Joey is deserving of the award that he got.
And the next chapter in life be rewarding. Isn't that nice, huh? Of course, Glenn, hot dog. The dog days of summer. Bobby, every week I look forward to looking at Glenn's cartoon. It's just comical. GSB enrollment is down, partly due to COVID.
It is. And Damascotta, they elected their officials. Was it the 2 write-in candidates?
Well,
with 2 write-in candidates.
Oh yeah, for the one was for the sewer and one was for what was the other one? I can't remember.
School board.
School board, yeah.
And so
Daryl Frazier's agreed to run again for the selectmen, and not Daryl Abertoni, Lou Abertoni was reelected.
And the Newcastle Historical Society, Eileen Cole runs that. God bless her. She's decided to not open. And so anyway, that's another thing we're losing out of the norm.
Yeah, but we're not losing Marilyn Bean, boy. She can still pump out some words, can't she?
Jeez, Marilyn.
Marilyn, my goodness. You make us all look bad.
And our governor, she signed the deal with Hydro-Quebec.
Yeah, I didn't read through that. I just kind of glanced at it a little bit. I'm still curious about that, I guess. Not decided. That's good or bad.
Well,
Fish ladder fundraising there. Did you see that, Bobby?
What's that?
That fish ladder fundraising, the quilt there?
Yeah, the quilt. I've seen the quilt. It's very, very beautiful. Betty Lou Bridges and a few others have put that together. And there's a Waldeboro Planning Board approved an application. They're going to store vintage cars at an old Route 1 property. And the owner is Tazio Squire, Squire's Motors. He's got an old chicken barn at 944 Old Route 1.
Yeah. Huh.
Westport Island, they're going to have an open town meeting. One of the big things for them is they want whether to accept the portion of the North End Road as a townway, tops one of the warrants. And anyway, that North End Road, that can get. I had a friend on that road.
Yeah.
That road can get a little rough. So anyway,
bumpy, can it?
I think the town's going to think twice maybe about taking that over.
How about Topsail and Waldorf Theater? They're going to film at the farm, Bobby.
Yes, they August 6th and 7th and July 30th and 31st.
Is that a fundraiser? That must be a fundraiser.
Yeah, for the Waldo.
For the Waldo, yeah.
Yeah, and Alna's getting some 70 more homes are going to get high-speed internet in Alna. That's a good deal.
Oh, Anthony Peck passed away.
One of the old gentlemen.
Yes, so a true gentleman from Northborough. What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he drilled a couple of wells for me.
Yeah. Hatch well drill as well.
Hatch well drill is
taken over by his son-in-law.
He was one of the original members. I used to tease him, call him the Dry Hole Gang. He and Joe Ball, they were good fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good fellas. Hadn't he do about anything, help a fellow along, and he always had some good advice for you, too.
So anyway, they're going to, Northborough, is going to vote by secret ballot 23 warrant articles in the town meeting this year, and it'll be Friday, July 17th.
Well, we just did Damascotta last night.
Yeah.
Damascotta.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there was 40-something articles there.
Well,
I think that's going to be on Monday night, folks.
Yep.
Anybody's
23
curious.
articles in Northborough, if you're interested in going to that. That's on Friday. It's going to be at the, what is that going to be? It's going to be in the, where's that going to be? That's going to be at the fire station, I believe.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Either at the school, one or the other. Yeah, Collins opposes Trump threats to cut funding in schools that do not reopen. Another battle.
Ola didn't get their legal fees.
No?
No, the town
Didn't want to do that, huh?
They didn't want to spend $50,000 on legal fees.
Wait, they've already spent most of that on fighting out over the boat landing there, Bob. Gee.
Now this was interesting. In Bristol, the beach visits were considerably higher. If the lighthouse visits had dropped.
Well, first of all, I have two takes on that, Bobby. One is the weather in the last week or two hasn't been that great. In June it was good, but the place was closed anyway. But the beach pavilion, have you been down?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
really just gorgeous.
The Pembroke Beach Park, they had 3,200 paying visitors in June, up more than 50% from 2,000 in June of last year.
But June was a great month. The weather was warm. And,
yes, it was.
You know?
Well, anyway, they went up $1 hike for the day pass, and the admission revenue nearly doubled. It went from 8,600 to 16,100.
Yeah. Well, you know, our camera guru here, Mr. Dave Svens, works down there 3 days a week.
Oh, he does.
He's at the beach on Tuesday. Anybody wants to talk TV, catch Dave on Tuesday down to Pembroke Beach. And then he's at Ellenwood on Wednesday and Friday.
Okay.
So you go to the town Parks and Recreation building, and you can talk TV with Dave there.
Wow.
He'll tell you everything you need to know or ought to know about TV.
Dave's really putting himself out there.
Oh, Dave is a working man.
Yeah.
He's a busy boy.
Anyway, I was reading this Round Pond article. You know, they didn't have the 4th of July parade this year. So anyway, but the tacky tourists couldn't
be stopped.
Couldn't abstain from their gigs. So anyway, Karen Ticky was out in her garden, and she looks up, and here are the tacky tourists going at it.
With their lawn chairs coming down the road.
Harbor Room is open. They're under new management, and they opened Friday, July 10th, and they're open from 11 to 9 p.m. And Lori Crook always has a nice quote. And so anyway, rest at home is better than rest in peace, and 6 feet away is better than 6 feet under.
That's right.
Then we get this Robert Oberlander.
He writes a great article.
He really does. He leaves no stones.
I'd love to meet him. I've never met him.
Yeah. We got to get him in here. But anyway, he leaves no stones unturned. But he talked about his tropical fish hobby when he was younger, and the places he used to visit. Yeah. People's apartments in Brookline and Dorchester and all this stuff. And so anyway, he was saying the people that had these hobbies were real characters. Rutherford Library in South Bristol, they've got curbside pickup. Starts Wednesday, July 22nd. Yeah.
Quite an article here on from the Bangor Daily News about venues that reopen. Some musicians will play, others pretty wary. Interesting stuff. They're doing Tai Chi down Pembroke Beach, Bobby. Maybe we ought to go down and do a show down there.
Yeah, my friend Mary Ann's doing that.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Will she teach us anything? Probably had to be really lame and sore the next day.
Well, I don't know if I had told you. I took a yoga class one time, and as I was taking it, I looked around, and I said to myself, I don't think I'm built like them. So that was it.
You didn't stretch like that either.
So anyway, I was looking at this guy next to me and saying, how does he do that?
Well,
so anyway,
been at it a while.
Paul Roberts is continually out and about finding these unbelievable refuges. Yeah. So anyway.
Well, look. How about this young fella, Tiger Cummings, boy? He's into baseball, isn't he?
Yeah. Where did we get him?
I don't know.
Tiger Cummings is a 2020 graduate of Lincoln Academy and a huge baseball fan. Huh. And then, I didn't realize this. In fall of 1994, Wiscasset had quite a sports year.
They sure did.
Yeah, they brought home 4 state championships in the fall of '94. The boys' soccer team won the state C title, and the Wiscasset Golf won the state team title. And golf is Eric Blisle and Samantha Summers, each won
state titles.
State titles. So
pretty good. Pretty good.
We got a couple minutes left. I was saying to Larry off camera, this Maya Zawad puts out this insert.
Gerald Meyer, the Lynn County News.
Anyway, the articles and the interviews in here are just phenomenal. There's there's a one on the River House. They talk to John Mary, the chef, how he gets all his produce. It all comes locally. And then they talk to Bo Marsh at the mouth of Madomic River at the end of Keene Neck Road. He's raising oysters. And you don't think of the Madomic River for oysters. You think about them for soft-shell clams. But he's got...
And he's raising those oysters in the old Bunny's Island Lobster Pound down there.
Yes, he is. Yeah. And anyway, and they're talking to people who are back to just having regular farms, selling a few vegetables at farm stands. And anyway, great job, Maya, really. And a lot of people advertise, and Mill Pond Inn does advertising here. And so, anyway, that's it.
That's it. Folks, we want to thank you all for sitting in with us for this week's Wuzzup. We had lots of good stuff going on. We got lots of good stuff going on here at the TV station, and hopefully we'll be getting back to our music concerts maybe this fall on a limited schedule somehow, Bobby. Yeah. But if you see our new gal, Cho-Cho, around, say hello or stop in the station and say hi.
And ask you to talk about Bhutan.
And you can talk about Bhutan. And that's the truth, Bobby. That'd be good stuff. So, folks, well, thank you for sitting in. I'm Larry Seidling, and he's Bobby Ware. We got Tyler Davis behind the camera. And we'll see you back here. What's up next time?